So if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off, okay?
Nerdrotic.com.
Alyssa Milano, who isn't even an adult pretender anymore. I mean, she is like in full time. She's a full-time adult pretender, but nobody actually pays her to read scripts and perform anymore because in the very inclusive Hollywood, when a female actress turns 40, she's done. Or she'll play an aunt or some historical biopic, but that's about it. Alyssa Milano extends olive branch to Trump supporters after years of smears from those guys in white robes to misogynist bigots. This goes well beyond Trump supporters, well beyond that. I talk to people in my member streams every week. I talk to you guys here on live streams, talk to people in real life. It's more than Trump supporters who feel alienated, offended. For example, there's a guy called Just Some Guy who was ended up on lists. He has been called a white supremacist, and he's not white.
Got him! Got him!
It was just a couple of months ago that Alyssa Milano was calling for Republicans to be tried for treason. And now, just weeks removed from the election, and after years of smears and attacks, the left-wing activist and actor is ready to extend an olive branch to Trump supporters. I'm ready to hashtag forward together, Alyssa Milano said in a tweet on Tuesday, echoing language used earlier by Joe Biden. Joe Biden, come on, man. There's so much work to do to heal the nation. Wow. Well, you guys put a lot of work into dividing it, and that work is going on right now. And there were, I don't know, hundreds of YouTubers and thousands of people in their live streams, all of us together in unison saying, Hollywood, we really want to keep giving you money. We enjoy what you do, but you're pissing us off. You're filling our shows that we have supported for decades, and you have a bunch of newbies and posers coming along and turning them into their personal political platforms like Alex Kurtzman.
The goal is not really to promote Star Trek, but to promote these organizations and to use our platform to be able to bring greater awareness to these very, very important messages and places.
This shows the lack of self-awareness they really have, because they are in their gated communities, in their mansions, surrounded by walls, by the way, lots of walls around their mansions. And they really are disconnected from the common, I mean, for years now. And that divide is getting wider and wider. They have no idea what they're talking about. Ricky Gervais had it right.
It's crazy. I mean, I broke a glass last week, and the glass stayed there until my friend that helps me came and cleaned it up. I don't think that way, you know what I mean? I'm more of a creative person, and to spend the time picking something up is hard. So
it's probably stupid.
They have no idea how the real world works. They don't have any idea how much actual suffering there is going on, especially with small business. And they have no idea the ramifications this is going to have on their industry, which was once thought to be depression-proof. Well, it survived the depression because of movie theaters. Now, streaming services are going to be Hollywood's future, and none of them, save for Netflix and Amazon, are going to be profitable for years. So we're starting to see things get canceled, and this olive branch was extended by a useful idiot named Alyssa Milano.
I've had to learn a lot, you know?
Like what have you had to learn?
Well, you know, like how to plunge my toilet bowl.
Oh.
Alyssa Milano was calling to defund the police not that long ago. And all of a sudden, they're starting to separate themselves. What did Bill Maher say when he was calling out the Democrats a couple of weeks ago? He told them to stop saying defund the police. Well, Bill, you weren't saying that earlier. So you were rooting that stuff on, but now when you know it's bad optics, you're like, ooh, the polling's bad on that one. Maybe we should stop saying it. We're not going to forget this stuff. This wasn't like a regular election, obviously because of the coup and the rioting and the looting. And now the consequences are going to last for years. So you're going to have to put as much work into rebuilding this relationship as you put into destroying it. And it's still not going to entirely work. Hollywood, newsflash, people are pissed at you. And in your arrogance, because you were coming off probably the greatest economy you've ever seen, Disney was carrying you for a while as far as the theaters are concerned, and now you want everything to be okay. Well, if you want it to be okay, with a lot of us, it's going to take a lot of work, and with some of us, it'll never be enough. And I don't blame anybody. And it's going to be really tough to talk about pop culture. I'll have to focus on the ones who didn't go out there. And I know not everyone was out there dividing, but this is, reality is perception sometimes. And the perception of Hollywood is it's very pro defund the police. It's very pro rioting and looting by a lot of people. More than 70 million, I dare say. Like I said, in my members' streams, I talk to people who supported Trump, who did not support Trump, echoing the same thing. We're tired of this shit, Hollywood and mainstream media. And again, it's hard to tell the difference between any of you now. No. The answer is no. I would work on that olive branch, work on that apology, moving forward without an apology, moving forward without acknowledgement of what you have done isn't going to work. Hi.
I take responsibility. Killer cops must be prosecuted. They are murderers. We can turn the tide. It is time to take responsibility. Call out hate, step up, and take action.
Oh God, I'm so depressed.
And the Emmy goes to Aaron Paul.
If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the videos. It really does help. And if you did this with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.